interesting. We're going to have a very, very important grammar class, and we're going to do a review of the tenses, of all the English tenses, okay? Believe it or not, you still confuse some of the tenses, so I think it's very important that we go over this content to make sure that you understand it perfectly for next level of English, next year, or maybe, to improve your English. Okay, so like I said, we'll be doing a review of the tenses, and we're gonna go over all the tenses, okay? The verbs come in three tenses: past, present, and future. The past, we use it to describe things that already happened earlier in the day, yesterday, last week, 3 days ago. The present is used to describe things that are happening right now, or things that we're continuously doing, okay? And the future describes things that have yet to happen. Tomorrow, next week, next year, 3 days from now, 3 years from now, things like that, okay? This is the simple explanation of the tenses, but each of those tenses have a proper use according to the specific time that you're talking about, okay? So we're going to review each of one of those tenses inside the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense, okay? So let's start with the present tense. The present tense, we have the simple present that we use to refer to something that is true. People need food. In winter, we can see snow. 2 plus 2 is 4. The simple present are the things that are true right now, okay? The present perfect describe an action that happened in the past and continues in the present. I have lived in Lecheria since 2000. I still live in Lecheria. So I moved in the past, but I still live here in the present. We have visited Portugal. We did it in the past, and we're going to do it now. He has read The Little Prince. He read it in the past, and he might still read it in the present. Okay? The present continues. We use it to describe an action that is occurring right now. You're using the internet. Are you still working in that essay? He's playing his guitar. These are things that you're doing right now, okay? Then we have the present perfect continuous. The present perfect continuous, we use it to describe an action that doesn't have any specific time, but started in the past and haven't yet concluded. She has been waiting for you all day. She started waiting at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's 12:30 at noon, and she's still waiting for you. They have been traveling the world. They started traveling the world maybe 2 months ago, but they're still doing it. She has been cooking all day. She started cooking at 6 o'clock in the morning, at 6 p.m., and she's still cooking, okay? Now we're going to talk about the tenses inside the past. The simple past, we use it to talk about an action that happens in a period of time of the current. John Cabot sailed to America in 1498. My father died last year. He lived in Fiji in 1976. Okay, we're talking about things that happened at some point in the past and stood there in the past. The past perfect, we use it to refer to an event that happened before another one. For example, John had gone out when I arrived to the office. The previous event will be that John had gone out of the office, and the second event will be that I arrived to the office. Okay, so when he left, I arrived at the office. I have saved my document before the light went off. He was very tired because he didn't sleep last night. Okay, the first event will be that he's very tired, and the other event will be that he didn't sleep last night. Okay, the past continues. We use it to describe an event that happened in the past and it's not concluded to the moment that we're speaking. Okay, this is an action that happened but hasn't concluded by right now. They were waiting for the bus when the accident happened. Caroline was skiing when she broke her leg. When we arrived, he was having a bath. The past perfect continuous, we use it to refer to a moment before the recent past, but we're more interested in the process. Have you been waiting long before the taxi arrived? I'm more interested about how much time you've been waiting than what actually happened, okay? We had been trying to open the door for 5 minutes when Jane found her key. It had been raining hard for several hours and the streets were very wet. Now we're going to talk about the future. The simple future, we use it to describe things that are sure going to happen in the future. It will rain this afternoon. I will pay for my ticket by credit card. He will carry your bags. The key here is the will, because the verb will, because it's something that it will be happening. We're sure it's going to happen some point in the future, okay? The future perfect, we use it to refer an action that will be completed sometime in the future. I will have been here for 6 months on June 23rd. It's going to be happening on June 23rd that you will have 6 months living here, okay? By the time you read this, I will have left. You will have finished your report by this time next week. It has a specific ending point in the future, okay? That is the key on this one. The future continuous, we use it to refer to an event that is not concluded and it will be continuing in the future. This time next week, I'll be sunbathing in Bali. By Christmas, I'll be skiing like a pro. Just think, next Monday you will be working in your new job. So it's an action that started in the future and will be continuing in the future, okay? The future perfect continuous, we use it to refer to things that start at some point in the present and are not finished yet, okay? They will be finished somewhere in the future, but we don't know. I will have been waiting here for 3 hours by 6 o'clock. By 2025, I will have been living in London for 16 years. When I finish this course, I will have been learning English for 20 years. I know that this is a lot of information to digest, but if you take a close look, all of the tenses have the same sort of structure. There is a simple present, a simple past, and a simple future. A present perfect, a past perfect, and a future perfect, okay? So all you have to do is make sure in what time are you talking about. Are you talking about the present time, the past time, or the future time? Are you talking about something that happened and it will continue to be happening in the future? Are you talking about something that you are sure it's going to happen today? You need just to take a look at the sentence of what you want to say, just to find out exactly in which of this tense you're going to put your sentence, okay? Remember that there are key points in each one. For example, for the present perfect, the key verb will be have. For the present continuous, you have the verb in ing, using, working, playing. For the past, the verb has to be in past, sailed, died, lived. For the past perfect, we have the had gone. Okay, we use the had. The past continuous, we have the verb in ing, but make sure that the action is in past, okay? So, and for the future, it will be the will, the verb will. So all you have to do is make sure exactly what you want to express to find out what tense is the correct for the sentence that you're using, okay? As usual, I'm going to give you a couple of links so you can have some support of what we're talking about. In the first link, you have a description and some exercise on each one of the tenses. English verb tense is the link that you're going to click in. And the second one, you have an introduction to the verb tense. You have the structure of each one of the tenses, so you can check it. And the 12 basic English tenses gives a description of each one of the tenses that we just talked about. The video that I leave you here, it's quite long. It's 30 minutes long, but it has a very deep, complete information, explanation, examples, and exercises on each one of the tenses that we just talked about. Maybe you can just watch it by parts and take notes of the things that they give you there. But it's a really complete video. It's really good. So maybe you would like to check it out at some point. Maybe when you're bored and you have nothing to do, you can check it out. Also attached to the class, I will leave you a very simple infographic that gives you a description in a very fun and visual, easy way to understand of each one of the tenses. So you can have it and refer to it when you're doing some sort of writing work, and you can have some idea of what you're writing, okay? It's an infographic that I found online, and I think it's really cool that you can refer to this while you're writing. Remember that if you have any questions or any comments or something that you want to talk about, you can contact me through the Hangouts application. You can send me an email, or you can even leave me a comment on the Google Classroom. I'm always eager to read your comments. They made my day. So we're almost at the end of the term, so let's try to keep up the good work, and all the enthusiasm and great responses that I've had for you for the last couple of weeks. And see you next class, guys. Bye.